it's 100 degrees outside, I don't want to wear this. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a great Wednesday. It is finally August. I'm so excited for August. Today, I don't have a lot of plans. I do have one big-ish project that I want to get done, and that is going through all of my books and unhauling them. I have so many books that I do not plan on ever reading, or I found out some things about authors that I just did not vibe with at all. Whatever the reason is, I don't plan on reading them. And I also have so many books that can't fit on my shelf because of the books that I refuse to get rid of. All right, don't look at anything back there. Don't look at anything back there, I'm sorry. Now, when I take my bonnet off, I don't want to hear a peep at any of you. I'm gonna wet my hair and literally just brush it out. That's really all I feel like doing today. I was gonna put a scarf on it. Should I put a scarf on my head? I don't want to do anything to my hair. And that and that includes combing it out. I just don't wanna. I'm over it. Honestly, while we're on the subject of hair, I have such an aversion to my hair now. I have shaved my head multiple times, but I go back and forth on whether I want to, shave it again or not. Like right now, like I want to really bad because I don't take care of my hair like someone who wants to have hair. So I'm like, instead of keeping it on my head, it always grows back. I should just shave my hair off. I literally have the clippers. Oh God. I literally have the clippers in my closet. Like, just grab the clippers and do it, girl. But I don't know. How does this look? I can't see. You know what? Not that bad. It actually looks pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I keep going back and forth. I want to, if I do shave my hair off though, I'm gonna let my brother do it because he's never shaved my head before. I think that'd be really funny. Really interesting to see because he is a troll at heart, and I just know that he'll do something stupid and like give me a U, and then I will like, oh yeah, whatever. Let's put some jewelry on. I'm ready to go nowhere. I want to show you the yarn before we get into the books. The yarn that I found is this beautiful yarn from Lion Brand. These candies are taking over my life. I loved going to the movies and getting the Nerds rope. And this is just the like smaller versions of them. I love them. Anyway, this is the yarn. It is a Lion Brand latte cakes yarn, and I actually had one of these in my yarn stash, and I couldn't find these anywhere. And then I just happened to go to Michael's the other day and I saw them. They had 3 and I bought 2 because I already have some. And I started knitting. This is the ribbing for the bottom. The end product is going to be fantastic. This is the softest yarn ever, and it's just, oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to look like I found it. So that's what I'm making for myself, and then I'll show you what I'm making for someone else. This is the second project that I'm working on. This is a bag that is inspired by this, and she wanted me to make my own version for her. We're on the floor. Here are all of my books. I have a bunch right here. Some are directly behind me that you can't see. And then, of course, this on the row down here. I got a lot of books. There are also some in my closet, but I think the ones that are in my closet are ones that I am going to put in this unhaul collection. Yeah, so I'll show like everything that's in there as well once I get to the point where I figure out what I'm going to unhaul from here. I have a Bookstagram, I have a Goodreads, and I also have a Twitter that's dedicated to my readings and all of that good stuff. I have a goal of 24 books this year. I am at like 14 books this year, which is like very, very cool for me because last year I only read 11 books total throughout the entire year, and it's August and I've read 14 books. I'm very proud of myself for that. So I have a lot of books that I am unfortunately just holding on to for maybe I'll read them one day. Let me save them for my kids that I don't know if I'm even gonna have. So I'm just gonna go through and just figure out what it is that I for sure want to keep and for sure will be getting rid of. Okay, I guess we can start on the first row. I think what I'm definitely gonna get rid of is definitely gonna be these 2 books. These 3. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna get rid of You've Reached Sam. I did a buddy read, or we attempted to do a buddy read for this one, and let's see, how far did I get? I got to page 16, 17-ish, and I just wasn't feeling it. I don't know. I'm not feeling this book, and I feel like there's no point in me holding on to it. And if I do want to read it at some point, I have ways to read ebooks, so I'll just do that. But I'm not really feeling it, and it is a beautiful book, beautiful cover, but it's no point in me keeping it just because it's pretty and it looks nice on my shelf. So we're gonna get rid of it. I'm also gonna get rid of A Special Place for Women. I did start reading this book. I have no idea what page I'm on because my bookmark is not in here. But I did get to a good section of this book, but it's just not as interesting to me as I thought it was going to be. The premise of, I don't even have the thing on it. I lost it in Florida. It's just not as interesting to me as I thought it was going to be, and you know, it's another one of those books of I probably should have looked more into what it was about instead of, you know, sometimes it's good to go into Barnes & Noble and find a book and that becomes your favorite book in the world, i.e. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue is my #1 favorite book in the world. And I had no idea about anything about this book or the author, and I picked it up and I read it and it was fantastic to me. And then sometimes you get a book like A Special Place for Women, not saying that it's a terrible book, but it just does not meet your expectations and you just don't want to put the time into finish reading it. So that's gonna go in that pile, as well as Pride and Premeditation. This probably is a wonderful book, but as I started reading more books, like I'm more geared towards fantasy romance books, romantic fantasy books I should say, and this just wasn't, you know, the more it sat there, I was like, I don't know if I'll ever want to read this book, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. Someone else can love this book. I'm sure if you love Pride and Prejudice, you would love this book. I have not seen the movie yet, but it is on my list to watch. Second row. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, and this one hurts my soul. I have 4 books on this row that I'm gonna get rid of, and they hurt me so much. So when I started reading, I'm gonna say a few months into reading, or a couple months into reading, I was like, everything witchy. I love witchy books, and I do love witchy books. I love anything witchy, anything in that realm of magic and stuff like that. I adore it. So I picked up a Discovery of Witches, not even knowing anything about it. But you know, when you go on, okay, because number one, this is what makes me angry. It makes me not want to read this book. I don't know if you can see it, but the ridges, absolutely disgusting. I don't like that. So that's enough. That's the reason why I don't want to read this book. Also, I don't want to read it because I am critically online. I'm critically on every app, every internet app, iPhone app. I'm critically on iPhone, and I check Goodreads all the time, and I, you know, was like, oh my god, I have this Discovery of Witches book. Let me go see what people think about it on Goodreads, and it was not anything good. Everybody was like, they didn't like it, and you know, seeing that so much and seeing the things that they weren't liking about it, I was like, I probably also wouldn't like this. Also, Wicked. I love Wicked. The musical is everything to me, but the book, I got it simply because I was like, oh my god, I love Wicked. It was an $8 book at Barnes & Noble. I don't know. I was just like, I don't want to read it. I'll stick to listening to the Broadway musical. Last row of books, right off the bat. I don't know what I was thinking when I bought this book and this book. Honestly, this book too. I don't want to be sad. I say as I keep a little life. I'm keeping a little life. At some point in my life, I will read a little life. But that point is not right now. Y'all gonna be mad at me. Right off the bat, I got some of y'all favorite books in this that I won't ever read, and there's no point in me keeping them. I'm sorry, but Get a Life, Chloe Brown, I cannot get into this book. I tried to. I'm on chapter 3. I'm almost 40 pages into this book, and it annoyed me so much. But this is like petty enemies to lovers, and I hate pettiness, and just, it didn't do anything for me. I have nothing else to say. I'm getting rid of it. I'm also getting rid of the Unhoneymooners. I was under the impression that this had some spice in it, and as I was reading it, I didn't get too far into it. I don't know what page I got to. I have lottery tickets in here. Honestly, I don't really care for it. It's a rom-com. Those are fine for me. I usually like rom-coms, or like I said, romantic fantasies. Anything with romance in it, but also like a little, give me that little bit of spice and I'm great. This didn't really do it for me. I read this book, and to say it was boring and a disappointment, and I've never skimmed through a book so much in my life, and y'all gonna hate me for this, but Delilah Green doesn't care? Girl, I don't either. I have a book that was gifted to me, and this is called Celia, a Slave. Just to put it plain, I don't want to read any books about slavery. They're not my thing. They're too heavy. and I don't like to read books that are heavy, make me sad. A Little Life and Evelyn Hugo would like to come to the stand, but I don't know, just books about slavery I'm just not into, so that's self-explanatory. Vengeance by Zane has a, like, it's like abuse in here and stuff like that. I don't want to read that either, so that can leave. I also have The Solitude of Prime Numbers by Paolo Giordano. I don't know. I can't. I'm sorry. That's so embarrassing. As well as another book that I think I got the same time I got The Solitude of Prime Numbers, and that is The Library of Lost and Found by Phaedra Patrick. Just doesn't really seem too interesting to me. I should get rid of The Selection. Not that it's a bad book. Y'all don't like The Selection. I liked it. I read this book and like, this is not an unhauled book. I'm keeping this book for now. I like The Selection. What I didn't like is the fact that her name is America Singer. She's from America and she's a singer. I never liked The Bachelor. Like, I've watched a reunion episode before and I was like, this is not for me, but this gives what I would want The Bachelor to be. I don't know. I'm keeping it. This is not a video about books that I'm keeping, but you would think that I'd get rid of The Selection. I'm not going to keep this book. I got gifted this book and it is not interesting to me at all. I don't care, and it has the thing that I hate the most. These, I don't know, are they called frayed edges? I don't like them. Alright, so these are all of the books. This is what my bookshelf is looking right now. I can see the floor in front of my books now. I mean, minus those. Those will have to go here. But yeah, and now I just need to organize it because my dog's toothbrush and toothpaste should not be there. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video now because I talked a lot and I have a lot of things to show, but I'm very glad with the progress. I will keep everyone updated on what I choose to do with all of these books that I have that I'm getting rid of. But I think we got a lot done today, and I'm very glad that I was able to let go of some of the books that I know I'll just never read. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all had a great day. I hope you continue to have a great day. Have a great week. It is August. Let's have a great month, a great, successful, fruitful month. I'm very excited for all of us, and I'll make sure to see you guys next time. Goodbye.